I am so excited to invite you into this 21-day prayer and fasting journey. Prayers are not about arrows being shot into the sky. Prayers are about conversations that lead us onto a path of God's presence. And they're the most important conversations that we could ever have. And you add to our praying, fasting, and something happens profound and good. Your eyes see with greater clarity the presence of God and the goodness of God in your life and what He's doing around you. Your mind gets stretched around the purposes of God and what He has in mind for you to be about. And your heart gets enlarged so that you care about what He cares about most. And your passion gets ignited so that you want to be with Him and for Him in life and all the journey that is before you. So why 21 days? Well, Daniel in the scriptures entered into a 21-day prayer and fast when he had to deal with a significant chapter decision in his own life. And God blessed him in that 21 days and gave him direction. But also, our leadership board in 2008 entered into a 21-day prayer and fast related to a big decision we were making here at the church, related to our facilities and the expansion in what is now called the Woodside Room. At the beginning of that journey, we were not unified. At the end of the 21 days, we were. I've entered into 21 days of prayer and fasting many times since 2008, and God speaks to me and leads me in each of those given experiences. So, will you join me for 21 days of prayer and fasting? We've got some tools to help you. We've got a prayer guide that our team has been putting together, and it's available even today. I also want to suggest to you that you would choose one thing in your life. It could be a circumstance that you're dealing with, a person or relationship that you're dealing with, or a need that you have in your life. One thing, bring before the Lord for 21 consecutive days. Bring that same thing before the Lord to see how God will speak to you from the beginning to the end of these 21 days related to that one thing. And by the way, when it comes to fasting, I'm not asking you to fast from food completely for 21 days, so you can relax around that, but rather to choose one thing in your life that typically is part of your everyday journey, fast from it. Because it will be a prompter for you to go to the throne of God, to hear His prompting concerning that one thing and other things that He will raise before you. So let's do as Paul prayed, all of this so that we can be what God wants us to become. And we can do what God wants us to do, and we can go where God wants us to go. I think it's going to be an amazing 21 days, and I hope that you'll join us to see the goodness of God magnified in your life, and I believe collectively through this church, that we would bring honor to His name and increase His reputation in and around this surrounding community and in our lives.